The Gyanvapi Mosque issue has even gotten bigger and bigger, and this has led to a huge controversy. We're tracking all the latest developments as far as this is concerned. The team carrying out court order survey was stopped for the second time in a row. Now the team will submit the incomplete report to the court because the deadline is today. The court also heard the petition for removal of commissioner who has been accused of bias by the Muslim community. Meanwhile, one of the petitioners has withdrawn from the case. A war of words has also ensued after this. Asaduddin Owaisi condemned Varanasi court's order on surveying the Gyanvapi Shringar Gauri complex and alleged that the court was opening way for anti-Muslim violence. BJP has hit out at Owaisi over his comments.
Amid the ongoing tussle in Kashi over the Gyanvapi Mosque, a new demand for a similar survey at the Taj Mahal has entered the showdown. A BJP leader from Ayodhya has now filed a petition demanding videography of the 22 rooms closed to the public in the historic monument.
ताज महल के उन्हीं 22 कमरों के पीछे हिंदू धर्मगुरु कहते हैं वो शिव मंदिर है, मुस्लिम कहते हैं कि इबादत गाह है। और अब देश में तमाम इससे पीछे भी आपने देखा होगा हिंदू मुस्लिम बहुत हुआ। मैंने आरटीआई लगाई, आरटीआई से भी मुझको संतोषजनक जवाब नहीं मिला। बताया गया कि 22 कमरे सुरक्षा कारणों से बंद हैं। तब मैंने माननीय न्यायालय का सहारा लिया और माननीय न्यायालय से यही मांग की कि इन 22 कमरों को खोल दीजिए, कमेटी गठित कर दीजिए, इसकी वीडियोग्राफी करा दीजिए, जो भी फाइंडिंग आए उसको जो है पब्लिक डोमेन में कर दीजिए ताकि ये विवाद सदा सदा के लिए खत्म हो जाए।
The applicant has sought a committee by the state government to look for Hindu idols or scriptures in the premises of the Taj Mahal. The Congress and the Bharatiya Janata Party had a massive showdown over this issue.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी को चाहिए कि मुख्य मुद्दों पर बात करें, महंगाई कैसे कम हो इस पर याचिका दायर करें, बेरोजगारी कैसे खत्म हो इस पर याचिका दायर करें। इसकी जगह ये लोग सिर्फ हिंदू मुसलमान की बात करते नजर आते हैं जो संविधान के विरुद्ध है।
कोर्ट को यह अधिकार है कि उसकी याचिका को स्वीकार करे या उसको खारिज करे। कोर्ट अगर किसी की याचिका को स्वीकार करके उसको अनुत्तरदायित्व देने की बात कर रहा है तो इस बात को लेकर के कांग्रेस पार्टी को समस्या क्यों हो रही है? क्या कांग्रेस पार्टी इस देश में एक स्वतंत्र न्यायपालिका नहीं होने देना चाहती? न्यायपालिका के पास अपना विवेक है, वो कानून की परिधि के दायरे में ही कोई निर्णय कर रही है और किसी भी व्यक्ति को आजादी है कि वो कोर्ट का दरवाजा खटखटा सकता है।
Back in Kashi, the court-appointed survey team for the Gyanvapi Mosque is facing resistance from the Muslim community, forcing it to stop the survey.
कमिश्नर महोदय को और अधिवक्ता वादी को काफी रिसीव कराने, हम कार्रवाई में पार्टिसिपेट करने नहीं आए।
क्यों आपने कार्रवाई का बहिष्कार कर दिया है?
क्योंकि हमें कमिश्नर साहब की निष्पक्षता पर हमें संदेह था।
तो ये संदेह आपने अदालत में नहीं कही?
नहीं, अदालत तो आज कही है, आज भी कही, इसी हमारे एप्लीकेशन पर ऑर्डर हुआ।
कमिश्नर को कार्रवाई करने के तो निर्देश है, उसमें कोई मनाही तो है?
तो निर्देश है तो मनमाना करेंगे निर्देश।
अंदर से हम लोग को सहयोग नहीं मिला। पुलिस ने तो पूरी सहायता किया है लेकिन आगे हम
अंदर हुआ क्या? जब आप लोग गई तो अंदर क्या हुआ?
बहुत ज्यादा की संख्या में उधर से जो है कि लोग आ गए थे और हम लोग को अंदर जाने नहीं दिया गया।
The incomplete report will be in the court for a review. A political war, meanwhile, has erupted over this controversy.
अगर ये मसले को तूल कोई दे रहा है तो वो बीजेपी दे रही है और संघ परिवार दे रही है। वो ये चाहते हैं कि वो जो नफरत का दौर था हमारे मुल्क में 1990 का, वो दोबारा इस मुल्क में दोहराने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
क्यों कोर्ट के आदेश का अनुपालन नहीं किया जा रहा और सर्वे करने के लिए जो टीम गठित की गई है वो सरकारी है। वो टीम वहाँ जाकर के सर्वे करेगी, जो सच होगी वो रिपोर्ट देगी। आखिर सर्वे करने से रोका क्यों जा रहा है? इसका मतलब कुछ ना कुछ ऐसी चीज़ है वहाँ पर जो वो सर्वे करने पे आएगी और आएगी तो सच्चाई खुल करके सामने आएगी। उस सच्चाई को छुपाने के लिए लोग विरोध करने का काम कर रहे हैं, इसलिए सर्वे नहीं करने देना चाहते।
After Ayodhya, the call for a temple in Kashi has become the next big flashpoint, with the only hope that this sensitive issue does not cause any communal flare-up. Bureau Report, India Today.
After UP, now the bulldozer politics has made its way into the national capital because today the South Delhi Municipal Corporation plans to take care of the illegal constructions in Shaheen Bagh area, and it's a 10-day anti-encroachment drive in various regions of Delhi. It's likely to demolish illegal structure in Shaheen Bagh area on Monday. The municipal corporation officials have also asked police for more protection to carry out the drive. This after municipal corporation released a letter on 28th of April stating its plan to carry out the drive. The campaign that began on 30th April also raised illegal structures near MG Road, Karni Singh Shooting Range and Okla and Kalindi Ukunj area about a few days ago. Several residents removing their roadside shops themselves. Several have blamed the corporation from being negligent in the beginning, as the Delhi government has accused the BJP of recreating bulldozer politics. BJP has supported the corporation's drive. CPM has filed a plea in Supreme Court against demolition drive in Shaheen Bagh.
और दिल्ली की अब भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्लान के हिसाब से दिल्ली की 1750 कॉलोनियां पे बुलडोजर चलेगा, क्योंकि ये कच्ची कॉलोनियां हैं, क्योंकि ये अनऑथराइज हैं, क्योंकि ये अनरेगुलर हैं और यहाँ करीब 14 लाख परिवार रहते हैं, लगभग 50 लाख लोग रहते हैं यहाँ। भारतीय जनता पार्टी अब इन सबको बेघर करेगी वहाँ पे, क्योंकि बुलडोजर की राजनीति करनी है इनको, क्योंकि इनको बुलडोजर चलाना है।
जिस प्रकार से एमटी ने आपको मालूम है कि कल अनाउंस किया हुआ है कि शाहीन बाग के अंदर होगी, तो ये एक रूटीन वो है, कोई इसमें एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी वो नहीं है। और पुलिस से मांग भी करी है कि पुलिस हमें दी जाए, पुलिस फोर्स दी जाए। मुझे लगता है कि ना सिर्फ शाहीन बाग बल्कि पूरी दिल्ली में जहाँ जहाँ रोहिंग्याज रहते हैं और अवैध बांग्लादेशी रहते हैं वहाँ पे कार्रवाई होना जरूरी भी है। और मुझे लगता है कि दिल्ली का सेंटीमेंट भी यही कहता है कि अब बहुत हो गया, इन लोगों को अब दिल्ली से बाहर जाना चाहिए।
Politics has escalated over the Khalistani flags on the gates of Himachal Pradesh Assembly. The SIT has now been formed to probe the case. The SIT will coordinate with state and central agencies. A political slugfest has begun between AAP and BJP over the controversy. AAP Islam BJP saying BJP is busy saving goons, cannot provide security to even Assembly House. They've also demanded the resignation of Himachal Chief Minister. Himachal Chief Minister Jairam Thakur hinted at handing over case to central agencies, assuring that people involved with the incident will not be spared.
दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है और इस घटना के खिलाफ हमने जांच के आदेश दे दिए है, एफआईआर दर्ज कर ली गई है और जो भी दोषी होंगे उनको पकड़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। जितने भी सीसीटीवी वहां पर हैं उसमें हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि भी उसमें कहीं ना कहीं उनकी मूवमेंट हमको मिल पाए। लेकिन जो घटना घटित हुई है इसकी मैं निंदा करता हूं और हिमाचल प्रदेश में सभी लोगों से मैं इस बात के लिए निवेदन करना चाहूंगा कि हम शांति बनाए रखें और दोषियों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई करेंगे, निश्चित रूप से करेंगे।
Fresh arrests and IDs recovered from Punjab's Taran lead to a bigger controversy around this. It's got links to Pakistan's ISI as well. We're bringing you that story and also the story on how the Khalistani flags were at the gates of Himachal Assembly. Take a look at this complete comprehensive report to give you a better understanding of what's going on.
A plot to cause serial blasts. Crowded trains on target. Mumbai's locals on terror radar. Bleed India conspiracy by Pakistan. Aided by Khalistani radicals in India. Sensational revelations in the Khalistani terror plot busted in Haryana. Arrest of Khalistani terrorists from Haryana's Karnal and Punjab's Tarn Taran have revealed a sinister plot hatched in Pakistan with aid of radicalized young men to target Indian cities including Mumbai. After grilling of the suspect, Punjab cops recovered 2.5 kilogram RDX explosive and several mobile phones hidden in a gunny bag from Nowshera and have made fresh arrests of Khalistani terrorists.
The police and other agencies are trying to find out and trying to join all the dots on the basis of the pieces of information being provided by the arrested Khalistani operatives during their interrogation.
The first arrests had taken place last week at the Karnal Toll Plaza in Haryana, when the 4 terrorists were on their way to Telangana to drop an arms consignment using a Delhi-registered Toyota Innova car. The ammunition, including RDX-laced IEDs, had come from Pakistan-backed Babbar Khalsa International terror mastermind Harvinder Singh Rinda.
हमारी विभिन्न टीमें इनसे पूछताछ कर रही है और साथ ही अलग-अलग राज्यों की पुलिस की टीमें भी यहाँ पर आई हुई है। साथ ही सेंट्रल एजेंसीज और बीएसएफ की टीम भी कल एक यहाँ टीम आई थी, वो भी अपने लेवल पे जो भी उनको इनपुट चाहिए या जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए वो भी कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं।
Grilling reveals that Rinda also sent a consignment of RDX to Maharashtra's Nanded in March.
टीम जाने के बाद डिटेल्स पता चलेंगे और वो कंसाइनमेंट कहाँ से निकला था, कहाँ पहुंचा था, किसके पास डिलीवरी हुई थी, इस बारे में हम तहकीकात करेंगे।
According to sources, the plan was to cause serial blasts in passenger trains and Mumbai locals at the behest of Pakistan's ISI stooge Rinda, currently believed to be hiding in Islamabad. And amid this terror alert, there was a fresh scare in Himachal Pradesh's Dharamshala. Khalistani flags were found tied at the main gate and the boundary wall of the Legislative Assembly. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Jairam Thakur has now promised strict action.
उस घटना के खिलाफ हमने जांच के आदेश दे दिए है, एफआईआर दर्ज कर ली गई है और जो भी दोषी होंगे उनको पकड़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
Suffering maximum reverses in Jammu and Kashmir, is Pakistan planning to foment trouble using its Khalistani terror proxies? With Manjeet Sehgal in Chandigarh and Arvind Ojha in Karnal, Bureau Report, India Today.
Russia is going to be celebrating its 77th Victory Day, even as the war continues in Ukraine. And President Putin's address to the nation on Victory Day is expected to be the most watched event in the country. Speculation is rife. What is President Putin going to say? The Victory Day parade is one of the most significant events in Russia, held on 9th of May. It marks the end of World War II in Europe with the defeat and surrender of Nazi Germany on 8th May 1945. Moscow and many parts of Russia and Russian-captured territories, including Mariupol, are going to witness celebrations of Victory Day, or what is locally called the Patriotic War. President Putin is expected to use occasion as a means to promote patriotic unity and showcase the country's military might. Amongst the pro-war additions this year, a group of fighter jets is expected to fly over central Moscow in the shape of a Z, a popular symbol of support for the Russian troops in Ukraine. According to Russia's defense ministry, there will be 129 vehicles, 10,000 personnel, 11,000 people, 131 units of industrial special equipment, 77 aircrafts, helicopters. They're all going to be taking part in the parade.
May 9th, one of the most significant holidays here in Russia, and you see throngs of people from across Russia who've come down to Moscow. It's holiday season, but more important for them is to witness the Victory Day parade, or what they call the Patriotic War, when Soviet Union won and defeated Nazi Germany. If you see the streets, all the streets over here are now lined up with not just the Russian flags, but the Soviet victory flag. This is the Tretskaya Street, which is going to witness the parade. This is where the parade will begin from. It'll move. The movement of the columns will take place from here up to the Red Square, where the parade officially is going to take place in front of the huge delegation leadership, including President Putin. On the streets here, in the streets of Moscow, you can see people with newspapers of the time when Soviet Union declared victory over Germany and the victory of World War II in Europe. That happened on the 9th of May after Germany surrendered on the 8th of May. St. George's ribbon as also newspaper that is now being distributed. People over here collecting, reading the material, and President Putin is going to emphasize and reassert the idea of Soviet Union, the idea of being together. This comes at a time when war with Ukraine has gone on to its third month with no successful or major victory in sight. We do know that Mariupol certainly has been taken, but what will President Putin be saying is certainly something that not only Russia but the world will be watching. With British journalist Satya Rautre in Moscow, Geeta Mohan for India Today.
And world leaders are flocking to Ukraine, whether it is Jill Biden, whether it is Justin Trudeau, they're all showing solidarity with Ukraine. In fact, US First Lady Jill Biden made an unannounced visit to Ukraine after meeting refugee children and their mothers in Romania. Jill Biden met and visited a school in Romania's Bucharest, where she met the refugee children and their mothers. She was accompanied by wife of President of Romania, Carmen Lohannis. Jill Biden also traveled to Ukraine in a surprise visit and met Ukraine's First Lady, Olena Zelensky, as Russia continued its onslaught on Ukraine. Jill Biden, after the visit, said she wanted to go to Ukraine on Mother's Day to send out a message that the war had to stop and the US was standing in solidarity with Ukrainians. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau also made a surprise visit to Irpin, which was damaged by Russian attacks, and stood in solidarity with the Ukrainians. Russian forces are continuing to attack Odessa. They are continuing their offensive in Mariupol as well. And from what we're picking up, Ukraine has evacuated their people from Mariupol in time for the Victory Day celebrations of Russia. Ukraine has announced that all women, children, older adults have been evacuated. A key Russian war objective. Here is a news report coming in.
Russia-Ukraine war has been going on for over 2.5 months now. Putin's army fired a cruise missile at the southern Ukrainian city of Odessa on Saturday and bombarded the besieged steel mill in Mariupol. Hopeful to complete their conquest of the port city in time for Russian Victory Day celebrations on Monday. Amid raining missiles, shells and bombardments in Ukraine, Russia is marking 77 years of victory over Nazi Germany.
May 9th is a very important day after the surrender of Germany on the 8th of May. But the Soviet Union played a very important role in the defeat of Germany. But the message loud and clear, that's the Soviet banner. And the message this time around is going to be reminding the world, reminding Ukraine that they were part of the Soviet Union. It's uncanny and eerie that as Russia and many parts of Europe will be celebrating or marking the occasion of the end of World War II in Europe, the defeat of Germany, Russia is on the brink of yet another war. Will it lead to World War III is the big question.
Ukraine fears its troops still holed up in the Azovstal plant face massacre after the evacuation of all women, children and the elderly. Ukraine's military flattened Russian positions on a Black Sea island that was captured in the war's first days has now become a symbol of resistance.
This is the last place in Mariupol where Ukrainian forces are still occupying. So it seems that in days to come there will be an offensive launched by the Russian side on the Azovstal steel plant to flush out Ukrainian soldiers who are there.
Ukrainian counter-offensive is advancing around the second largest city, Kharkiv, a key target of the Russian shelling. Will the fall of Mariupol, timed with the day of biggest celebrations of Russian war capabilities, mark a decisive phase of the Ukrainian war? With Geeta Mohan in Moscow and Abhishek Bhalla in Kyiv, Bureau Report, India Today.